Hi, I'm Nancy, and you're either watching me on the Over 40 Princess or my Goat Rodeo blog. See the About page, which now does not have my correct age in it, and I can't figure out how to get back to it because my husband changed something, and that will tell you that I'm 46. I'm 48. Okay, that's not true anymore. I was 325 pounds on a 5'2" frame. A little, tiny, itty, bitty 5'2" frame. Oh, and if you're coming from my East channel, welcome! This is my blog about absolutely anything I want to talk about. If you want a blog that's more in tune, I'm going to announce in a couple weeks I'm going to start doing this one daily again. And I'm going to do a blog about weight loss, big old cheaters or something like that. Because I have had a gastric bypass and I've been called a big old cheater. People think it's an easy way to lose weight. 1 out of 12 people die having a gastric bypass because they're going in there sick. So sick that their bodies can't take it. They try to get very healthy people, but if it's a gastric bypass or dead in 5 years, what's the difference? Really? Not much. My gastric bypass bought me 2 years. 2 years to lose weight. I had to change my lifestyle in 2 years. I had to go from eating bags of Oreos. Now I have one, and it just about kills me. Thank goodness I have children and eat the rest of the bag. To not being able to feel eating an entire Oreo sometimes, and wafer thin mint, if you get the joke. If you're a Python fan, and I love you. If you don't, that's okay. You have to think of weight loss like training to climb Mount Everest. I have a giant goal in the back of my mind, and that is I'm going to do an Ironman in 2 years. The Florida Ironman in 2014. Now, that's a huge bite to chew, but I've been working towards this goal for years now, so it's actually within sight. I probably should have even done it already, but I have remitting repeating MS, and I've had 2 bad summers. That usually means that I'm going to have 2 good summers coming up, usually. I run early in the morning when it's cool, and I bike in the afternoon because I'm always cool on the bike, no matter how fast I'm going or how hot it is. I get that breeze is going, and I feel good, or I swim, get in the water. I'm a very slow swimmer. I'm afraid that all the sharks are going to attack the people in the back because I'm doing it in Florida, which is jellyfish city. So you have a goal. Okay, you don't have to do an Ironman, but maybe you would like to run in a mile race for charity. You're going to run a mile. You can't walk 500 feet. So walk 500 feet. And tomorrow walk 501 feet. You're 260. You want to ultimately be down to like 160. Stop looking at that giant hump that you're trying to whittle down from the bottom or the bottom of the top or whatever you're trying to do, because that's going to defeat you emotionally. It's going to just kill you and rip you apart inside. You know, there are days I go there, I have to run the rest of my life every day. If I think about that, I will literally quit for 3 days. I can't do that. If I start to get that mentality, I have to shut it down. All I have to do is run for this much time today. Bike for this much time today. That's it. And that will get me to my next race. I always have races on in the summer. That's how I keep motivated. I like to race. I've never come in dead last, but I've come in second from last. I once had a man who'd had a stroke and was mostly paralyzed blow by me. That was, she was good. You don't have to do that. One of the things I love to do to exercise is yoga. Rodney Yee is my favorite. He's cute, even though he's married. And then the other person I like is Yogatic. She's on YouTube, and I will put a link to her site. She's very hatha yoga, whereas Rodney Yee is power yoga. I also, in the afternoon, get so tired that all I want to do is take a nap. I go and I put on a samba or a merengue or a cha-cha because I happen to have like Latin sort of dancing. And I will just somber around my bedroom with the window shade shut. Because, you know, I'm a good dancer, but my kids get humiliated when they see me dancing. So I just close everything. No big deal. That wakes me up. Or I do jumping jacks. Or I do push-ups against the bed. Believe it or not, push-ups against the bed are really, really hard. We'll talk about that again next week because we're going to go back to my Friday exercise videos. You're just loving me, aren't you? I finished taking the weight off 3 years ago. I got to 110. Now, some people that knew me before think I'm too thin. I wear small clothes, which, by the way, is hard to find as giant clothes. But I feel good. I feel good inside, and I have energy to move and do things. And I can go to the mall and walk around and not get tired or want to park my butt in food court. Although I still like to park my butt in food court. I can go and get a box of Godivas, and I can make my Christmas Godivas last till Valentine's Day, and my Valentine's Day Godivas last until my anniversary, which is in April, because I don't eat very much of the time. And this isn't like the impossible dream, and it's not because I had a gastric bypass. It's because I learned to limit myself a little over time, over 10 years. Oh my God, you just want to take it off now! It doesn't work like that. You didn't start heavy, or you're not been exercising, because you can be thin and fat too. Kind of there sometimes. I do take sabbaticals. But if you do, you're going to live longer. Your brain is going to be in better shape. That's the truth. There are so many websites out there that have good citations on them. I don't even have to give them to you. Just go to any WebMD anywhere you want. They're out there. I'm not going to look at the citations because I know them off my heart. You're going to go and exercise, and you're going to do it 5 to 7 days a week. No. You're just going to start out for 10 minutes. If you're a newbie, start out for 10 minutes. Go easy for a minute. Go harder for 30 seconds to your and get checked by your doctor first. Then go easy for a minute and a half, and then you're back to your 30 seconds. And then you're slowly going to increase your length of time that you can do it till you're at a half hour. And then after you can do this, a minute and a half, a minute for a half hour, then you're going to start going 45 seconds faster. All right? So this is not, you can't, do speed and strength at the same time. You're first going to just build up the stamina to do it. You're going to walk, and then you're going to run for 30 seconds, and then you're going to walk. Even if you think you can go more, start slow. Because when people start and they're in the wrong shoes, so if you're going to run, get some running shoes, running, walking, mixed shoes, or they don't properly stretch. Now I stretch midway through my run. I warm up, then I stretch. You will injure yourself. So there are fantastic groups in your town that are just for beginning runners. And there's even Hash House Harriers. They meet on Sundays in many cities, and they run from bar to bar. If you're into that, they're great. And they don't care how slow you are. Don't do that. After the first beer, because of the gastric bypass, I'm just in la la land. I don't drink very often. All I'm saying is find something you can just stand for 10 minutes. Just tolerate it for 10 minutes. Give yourself permission to quit after 10 minutes. If you're buying the box of cupcakes and you're eating all 6, eat 5. Give one away to a friend. Go to a neighbor's house. I don't care what you do with the 5th one. Don't give it to your dog. Just don't eat it. Don't eat it. Put broccoli on it if you have to, but don't eat it. It's a small step at a time. It's not going to change overnight. And if it does, it's not going to stick. It's slow motivation over time. That motivation isn't external. I mean, you can have external help, but it's internal. You have to at some point internalize it and say, I want to do this because I want to be running when I'm 90, and maybe I'm going to be slow. And maybe then I'll actually qualify for the Boston Marathon because I'll be in such a slow age bracket. This is Nancy, Over 40 Princess, Goat Rodeo, and soon Goddess Herbals, saying, I love you, love yourself. And if you just don't want to exercise right now, give yourself some time, think about it, chew it, then do it. I don't want you thin. I want you healthy. That's all you should want. Health. I wish you health.